Welcome to Roots and Rhythm, where ancient African stories come alive with drama, humor, and a touch of magic. Tonight, we bring you the story of Ogidi, the man who thought he could have it all, and then some. The Man Born Before Shame, Part 2, The Four Wives of Ogidi. Created by Deneen Priso. Ogidi was a man whose charm could warm the iciest of hearts and whose smile could melt the hardest of stares. Tall and handsome, with a gleam in his eye and a quick wit on his tongue, he collected hearts as casually as one might pick flowers. But as far as the village was concerned, Ogidi had a weakness, a fondness for wives. Not just one, not two, but 4 women held his name, and each believed she was the only one who truly had his heart. A foolish notion, for Ogidi's heart belonged only to himself. The first wife, Abeni, was the pillar of Ogidi's household. Graceful, wise, and fiercely proud, Abeni ran the household with the precision of a queen. She was aware of Ogidi's roving eye, but she held her head high, convinced that she alone was the true wife. But Ogidi was careful to play his role well, offering her just enough affection to keep her content, never too much, never too little. And then, there was the second wife, Zuri. Young, beautiful, and spirited, Zuri was a fiery soul who matched Ogidi's charm with a wit just as sharp. She was never fooled by Ogidi's promises and loved him with the thrill of a game. She challenged him, teased him, and kept him on his toes. For Ogidi, Zuri was a refreshing storm, and he reveled in the thrill of their love-hate sparring. The third wife, Amara, was Ogidi's soft, gentle haven. She loved him with a sweet, open heart, wholly unaware of his roguish ways. For Ogidi, Amara was a balm, a place of rest, free from judgment or suspicion. She believed his every word, and Ogidi found himself, for brief moments, almost feeling guilty. Almost. The fourth wife, Lela, was a mystery, even to Ogidi. Mysterious and self-assured, Lela knew of Ogidi's every scheme, every game. She played along with a knowing smile, as if holding her own secret card. Lela was a woman who saw Ogidi for what he was, a charming scoundrel. And yet, she stayed. Whether out of amusement or cunning, only Lela knew. One day, Ogidi's charm couldn't smooth over the cracks any longer. Abeni noticed the fine earrings Zuri wore, once Ogidi had promised to buy her. Zuri, seeing Amara wearing the same cloth Ogidi had gifted her, grew suspicious. And as each woman caught a piece of Ogidi's grand puzzle, they slowly began to put together the picture of the man they had married. Finally, unable to contain their anger, the wives gathered together and confronted Ogidi. Each demanded answers, accusing him in turn, their voices rising in fury. Ogidi, realizing he'd been caught, tried every trick in his book, charm, laughter, even feigned ignorance. But his usual tricks had lost their power, and he found himself cornered by the very women he had underestimated. Desperate to keep his wives, Ogidi fell to his knees, pleading for forgiveness. He spun tales of love and regret, promising loyalty, swearing each woman was his one true love. But his words were met with laughter. Each wife knew him too well to be fooled by his sweet words. They demanded he make amends, and Ogidi, swallowing his pride, realized his life would no longer be his own. And so, the man who thought he could charm his way through life became the very servant of his wives. Abeni made him oversee the chores, Zuri kept him in line with her wit, Amara taught him humility, and Lela, well, she simply watched with that knowing smile, satisfied that the man born before shame had, at last, been tamed. In the end, Ogidi learned that even the most shameless charm can only go so far before it meets its match. His wives, once rivals, had united, each woman finding strength in herself and in each other. Ogidi's life of indulgence and deception had finally turned on him, leaving him not as a king, but as a humble man under the rule of his own mistakes. For the man born before shame, his only true shame was found in the mirror of those who once adored him. Please, like, subscribe, share, and follow for part 3.